Long ago, in a magnificent ancient kingdom surrounded by mountains, there lived a powerful and wealthy king named Midas. His grand palace stood proudly on the highest hill, with towering marble columns and walls decorated in shimmering gold. Inside the palace, precious treasures filled every corner, from golden statues to jeweled crowns displayed on velvet cushions. Deep beneath the throne room, Midas kept a secret vault where mountains of gold coins glittered under flickering torchlight. Every single day without fail, the king would descend alone into this hidden chamber to admire his beloved collection. He would sit for hours, carefully counting each golden coin, letting them slip through his fingers with obsessive delight. Yet no matter how much gold surrounded him, a deep hunger still burned in his eyes, an endless craving for more wealth. King Midas was never satisfied. His heart desired only one thing: more and more gold, beyond all measure and reason. But King Midas had one treasure far more precious than all his gold combined, something that money could never purchase. Her name was Princess Marigold, his beloved young daughter with flowing golden hair and the brightest smile in the kingdom. Every morning, little Marigold would run through the palace gardens, picking the most beautiful red roses she could find. She loved these delicate flowers more than anything else, caring for them gently and watching them bloom under warm sunlight. One sunny afternoon, Marigold came running to her father with a perfect red rose clutched carefully in her small hands. Her innocent eyes sparkled with pure joy as she offered the beautiful flower to the king, her most precious gift to him. Midas looked at his daughter and felt his cold heart warm, for she was the only true treasure he deeply loved. In that tender moment, the greedy king remembered what mattered most in life, though he would soon forget this precious lesson. One mysterious night, as King Midas sat alone counting gold in his vault, a strange, brilliant light suddenly filled the chamber. From the shimmering golden glow emerged a tall figure draped in flowing purple robes, with a crown of grapevines upon his head. It was the god Dionysus, powerful ancient deity of wine and celebration, who had descended to visit the wealthy, greedy king. The god smiled knowingly at Midas, his glowing divine eyes seeing deep into the king's soul and his endless desire for gold. Dionysus spoke gently, telling the king that he would grant him one single wish, whatever his heart truly desired the most. The king's eyes grew wide with wild excitement and greed, for he had dreamed of such a magical moment his entire life. Without hesitation or any careful thought, Midas already knew exactly what precious thing he wanted more than anything else. This was his golden chance to become the wealthiest king alive, to possess more gold than any ruler had ever owned before. King Midas fell to his knees before the god, his voice trembling with greed as he prepared to speak his deepest desire aloud. He wished that everything he touched would instantly transform into pure, shining gold, making him the richest man who ever lived. Dionysus raised one eyebrow and asked if Midas was truly certain, warning him gently to think carefully about such a wish. But the foolish king nodded eagerly without any doubt, blinded completely by his obsessive hunger for gold and endless wealth. The god sighed softly and raised his divine hand high, granting the wish with a wave of sparkling, magical golden light. Suddenly, Midas felt a strange, tingling warmth spreading through his entire body, starting from his heart down to his fingertips. His hands began glowing with an otherworldly golden light, shimmering and pulsing brightly with the incredible power of his gift. The king stared at his transformed, glowing hands in wonder and joy, not yet understanding the terrible curse he had received. The next morning, King Midas woke up with excitement rushing through his veins, eager to test his incredible new magical power. He reached out and touched his silk bedsheet gently, watching in amazement as the soft fabric instantly transformed into solid gold. Laughing with pure childlike delight, the king jumped up and touched his wooden bed frame, turning it into a golden masterpiece. He ran through the palace like an excited child, touching everything he passed, leaving long trails of shining gold behind. The marble columns became towering golden pillars, the curtains turned to golden cloth, and floor tiles transformed beneath his feet. Servants watched in complete shock and amazement as their king danced joyfully through the halls, turning everything into pure gold. Midas had never felt such overwhelming joy and power in his entire life, truly believing himself to be the luckiest man alive. His impossible dream had finally come true at last, and soon the whole world would witness the magnificent glory of his golden touch. After hours of turning everything to gold, King Midas finally felt exhausted and hungry, his stomach growling loudly for food.